Internet?
Internet.
Hey, I got new hair. It was my turn finally.
Yes, that hair is hairing, sis. That hair is giving me professional. Excuse me, what was that?
It's a little darker. We went a little darker. We're trying to grow it
It's
out.
fall.
Yeah,
It's
it's
winter. It's fall until the 21st, but it's fall.
I think so. I want to grow it out again. I'm finally in a place where I want to grow it out. And when I bleach the shit out of it, it doesn't grow very well. So I was like, let's put a little glaze on it. Let's make it a little darker. Plus, the girl who does my hair is going on maternity. So I see her again like right before she goes out. And then I think she goes out for 6 weeks. And then she's doing like a month of just Saturdays.
Okay. Okay.
So we're gonna make it
I
a little
love
easier.
that for her. But yeah, no, I'm obsessed with it. I love it.
I'm a low maintenance hair girly. Like I can't be up in here every, 4 to 5 weeks. I am not that girl. I've never been that girl. Like
I was that girl, and Judah is that girl.
really.
Judah put her hands in her head all the time. I'm like, girl, and she's doing really elaborate. They take like 8 hour. Girl, no, good night. I'm not doing that.
I'm actually too sleepy for that. So
Yeah, I'm not. But I am. So now that you talk about that, like it's been, I think we're going on 5 weeks. It's been the same style, if you will, not color, but style. And I am starting to feel like, okay, I need something else. But I'm figuring it out. I'm learning it because it's still, I do want to grow it out now. So now I'm ready to grow it out as well. I'm gonna grow out the sides.
it'll be long hair don't care girls. What? We're gonna need t-shirts. Oh my god, I love it.
For sure.
Yeah, no. I literally saw two people today. I'm so tired. Like
No, everybody, my boss was like, "I'm exhausted." And I was like, I'm really not." Then I sat next to her and I was like, "Oh God, I'm exhausted."
mhm.
So,
I read something the other day that your body is producing more melatonin right now
mhm,
because of the season change and like the darkness. So that's why
mhm.
everyone's like extra tired.
Yes.
And I was like, well, that's dumb,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So stop doing that.
Right. Now, please.
Especially during the month where I feel like there's so many expectations to be so many places and be so many things. And I need extra melatonin too.
Yeah, I no, I cannot do it. I will not do it. But actually I was just talking and I was thinking about January. Yo, January is the longest month of life. Like I
It's,
hate
it's the,
January.
it is the longest 28 days of my life. The
I hate it.
only thing that helps me is when we do, because your girl's a planner through and through.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in another episode. I will probably, Ron, I will walk you through like the process that I have created. That's the only thing that helps me in January because I start to put those pieces into action, so it gives me something to focus on.
Yeah.
But I'm in full cozy mode in January. Like you ain't gonna catch me outside.
I cannot go outside. I don't want to go anywhere in January. It's 22 degrees outside. So I was outside. This is stupid. I couldn't wait to get in the house.
We're going to Rhode Island this weekend, and we're like, there's like a quarter-mile walk outside around the grounds of this place, and I'm just like, didn't think that through. So, but I did get some fleece line tights because, of course, we're going with people who want to go to like a nice restaurant after, which is fine. But like
Yes.
now I have to be
Definitely.
dressed at this thing where I'm going to be outside, and then also be able to transition into like a business casual restaurant. Like,
Yeah.
so we're wearing some fleece line tights and some boots and a dress, and we're calling it a damn day.
Those fleece line tights are the best thing that ever did happen to be created. I love them.
I just I they need, how they have like the lighter version. I need like the albino version. My legs do not be looking like the it's like this, and then my legs, it's like that ain't right. That ain't right. Like I need like a light. I need an extra light.
Right. There's a pair. I bought a pair. I need them in a larger size. And my nails were so pointy that I put a hole in them. I'm like, God damn it. But they were like the perfect shade. Like they really worked. I was like, oh,
Okay, I see you. I really want the trendy ones that are on TikTok that everyone's raving about because they don't have
Mhm.
like it's like it's something. I don't know. I keep getting ads for them now because I looked them up once, so now it's my entire everything. But they're like a little not pricey, but they're pricier. They're not like Amazon priced.
Okay.
So
But, like how much? Like, cause the most Imma spend is 20. That's the most I'm gonna
oh
spend.
yeah, no, they're more than that.
Oh,
I
I'm not buying them.
yes. I got 2 on Amazon that got delivered today. I returned 1 and then they were like, "You don't gotta give them back, just we'll give you the money." And I went, "Alright." Because they were just like a smidge too small and they started to roll, and I was standing there and they were rolling, and I was like, "I'm walking around, I'm gonna be hiking these tights up."
No, no,
Can't do it.
no. It's a fail right now if
Can't do
they're already rolling. I hate tight stockings. I hate all that to begin with. I
it.
have since I was a kid. It very much itches. Like
Yeah.
I'm a texture girl. I'm weird about it. So
But
I've
that fleece works for you because 'cause they're cozy inside.
they are, but they were still I don't maybe it's the compression. I just don't like
Yeah.
compression in that way, and I'm like, "Ugh." So I like them, and that's why I need a larger pair because they were just so I don't like that. Again, since I was a kid, like, I can remember, like, wanting to fall out in the tights for Easter.
Yeah. I get it.
Mhm.
I looked it up. You know what these one seam shaping fleece. So they're like waist snatching compression band like vibe
Oh,
44.99.
absolutely not. I will never buy them.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Absolutely not. And my sister calls me rich poor sister because she's like, "You spend money," and I'm like, "What?" And so she's like, "Yeah, but then you won't spend $44 on leggings." Will not. I will not.
I might because I am the girl. Like the way I want to wear a fleece lined legging with a plaid mini skirt and a sweater and some boots. That's the outfit of my dreams.
I love that for you, friend.
So I might. We're gonna see how these ones go. And if these other ones are better, it might happen. It might happen. Plus, they do have a return policy. So if I hate them, I'll
Okay.
return.
You'll have to tell me, but no, I want to be in sweatpants. I want to wear
I also very much, my mom bought me, I get these leggings from Torrid. I have like literally not a joke, 15 pairs of these black leggings from Torrid because I wear them every single day of the week and then I wash them all. She bought me they have little candy canes on them. It's not
cute
So that's my Christmas wardrobe. Like you won't catch me
for
in these
sure.
like
Yeah,
please.
no, I wanna be in loose, fuzzy stuff, like but I have
Me.
not been sleeping well. I've not been sleeping well. I've been too hot, I'm too cold. I cannot get the temperature right. It is stressing me out. I wanna punch someone in the face just because I'm tired.
Yeah, I just one night, right? Like so yesterday, I don't know what you know me, by 6:45,
Right,
excuse me, it's dark.
right, right. I need to be in the bed.
I don't know what happened to me last night. It was like 8:45 and I was like, I need to repot every plant I have.
Emily, what?
And I was like doing laundry and I was in my living room and I just had clean I cooked all day because I did my meal prep. Then I cleaned the kitchen, mopped the floor, and I went, I'm gonna repot all my plants in here. So there was soil everywhere. Everywhere. I repotted probably 15 plants. Some back into the same container. I just wanted it to have fresh soil because it was getting a little funky. And then I cleaned all that up and put everything away and vacuumed the floor. And by the time I actually got into my bedroom where Devin's like, hey, remember me? It was like 10:45. I was so wired because I can't do productive things and then go to sleep. Like I have a wind down
Yeah,
process my
same,
body is used to. So then I
same.
was up and we were watching Landman. Do you watch Landman? Have you seen this show? It's good. It's made by the same guy who wrote that other show that you liked, that he liked.
1843
All
and
of those.
Yellowstone and all that.
It's the same.
Oh, then I'll get into it.
Yeah, he writes really good stuff. He is so I mean, that man, he's a producer on so many things, like,
Okay
this
then.
man must be rolling in it because all the shows I like, he produces.
Okay then. I'll give it a whirl for sure.
Yeah, it was good. But it's basically Texas and, like, the oil company. And all
Ooh.
like, his family's dynamics, and it's Texas, so they have the cartel issues and, like, all of that.
Oh, okay, so it's modern day because
It's
I'm
yeah,
thinking,
modern day.
okay.
Yeah, it's good. And then, like, the main guy who, like, basically is, like, the in between, he, like, everybody knows that's the guy to go to fix all the problems. His family's chaotic, and it's good. You'd like it, I
All
think.
right, I'm
Um,
into it. I'm gonna check it out.
yeah, I don't know where I was going. Oh, yeah, so we watched Landman, and now it's, like, midnight, and I'm still up, and I'm drinking all this water, and I'm like, "Why?" I'm usually asleep by
Right.
7:15. What is happening? And then I fell asleep and I got up at 1 o'clock and I had to pee. And then I got up at 2 o'clock and I had to pee. And then I got up at 3. And I was like, I am usually dead to the world. You could rob me. I would not like you could take the
Interesting.
body and sleep right through it. Like it's I don't you know what I mean? Like so I'm feeling it today. So I don't know how you guys are going like, oh yeah, I haven't slept all week. What? I you would have to institutionalize me. Like, the way we gotta find money for a night nurse for these future twins, like, I don't know if I got it. I'm too sleepy for this.
No,
Like
let me tell nobody really tells you about how hard those first weeks are. They are treacherous. They're treacherous.
Mom swears, and she has said this my entire life, that all 3 of us were incredible sleepers from the jump.
God
All
bless her.
3 of us. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was something she did. Also, there was nothing change in our sleep schedule. That nothing. She didn't care if the Pope was coming over, not when we were napping.
Right.
Because like she knew that that was how she kept us to do but like even in the like when we were really like new babies we slept so like I'm praying to whatever's going on out there
Me too.
you better bring some of that over here thank you very
Yeah.
much.
No, all my well, 2 all my kids, 2 of them were in the hospital, so who knows what their sleep
Yeah.
schedule was. But, Bryson had his days and his nights mixed up. So, Brandon was up all day, and Brandon went down at 8. At 9 PM, Bryson popped those eyes open and was, "Hello, world."
No.
What? I
No.
was spent. I was done. And he wasn't, I got to be honest, he wasn't even really a crier like that. He was just up. But my mom said, like, she would come into the room and he would be crying. But because of the way that I sleep, it just plays into my dreams. So maybe if he was,
Dreams.
yeah, if
Yeah.
he was crying, it might have been the TV or a doorbell. And so she would be so upset and she thought I was doing it on purpose because that's how hard of a sleeper I am.
I would say that's me something has to go alarms will start going off in my dreams I don't even wake up for the alarm sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same. So it's that bad. But I remember I just like, and Judah, oh my God, like I remember it was terrible. I would fall asleep like trying to feed her. I just couldn't. And that's why if you can breastfeed, I think that's the best thing because you could just lay them down, you know what I mean? And just let them
Yeah.
have at it. And there you go.
Yeah.
Breastfeeding for me was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible, and, so I didn't do it, I couldn't do it, I've never been a producer, and, like, my first kid, I had to go back to high school, right? So, there was
Yeah.
no
There's that important factor.
yeah, and I had my pump, I would bring it to school, but I just and he was taking 5 cc like, this baby was taking 5 cc's per meal, per feeding.
Oh,
5 cc's, like, you gotta understand, you know what I mean?
he's a little peanut.
Yeah, so that's what it was, so
You get a peanut without the shell, he was so tiny.
yeah, 15 ounces and then dropped to 12. So he was a soda can. That's how much he weighed. And he was only 11 inches long.
Oh my
He was
goodness.
tiny, tiny. And Jolie was only 4 ounces more than him. So
Yeah, these baby babies.
yeah, they were itty bitties. But
Yeah.
they are here and fine and all is well. So I'm just saying, yeah, that sleep schedule business. Like you gotta Dev's gotta take paternity leave. Like he's gotta
Oh,
do it.
please, please.
Yeah, and he's gotta be on night duty, like, "Oh, it's your turn," like,
Well, I plan on taking an extensive amount of time.
yes.
Like,
I love that.
recommend them to go to other people. You will see them while I am out. Like, we're not doing this. And I am very much aware. I want to say this too, that like that is not the reality for most people, and I get that, and I'm super grateful for that. And like, and also it is a reality. It's going to be a reality for me, and I'm going to make sure it happens. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how people are doing this like no time, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week time, and then they're going. Absolutely not.
That yeah, I only
Absolutely.
had 8 weeks, and I was back. My kid wasn't home, so that was also like, well, I ain't doing anything else. But when it was time for Jolie, I went back early so that when she did come home, I could take time. I will say, just because 'cause we're here now, my, sister, had a baby at 41. To watch her parent is I'm so grateful to be on the front lines to see it because my friends and I, we all had babies at the same time. So we've all been in the struggle and I understand surviving. I have never been able to see parenting when people were able to thrive, while parenting. And so this
She's
is,
a little older. Interesting.
yeah,
Did
yeah.
you take the time?
Yeah, she brings her baby everywhere, right? She's a professor, so the baby goes to be she's professoring and the baby is there.
Really? Like,
Um
in class with her?
in class with her. There is no place she has taken they were everywhere. That baby was weeks old and her behind was in Costa Rica. Like that's just what it was. She
Really?
was weeks old in Memphis, weeks old in Costa Rica, and they're here in New York. So she had a passport, like she was brand new and they were trying to rush the passport to get her to Costa Rica. So it's just been very interesting to see a family that like intentionally chose to have a
Yeah.
child and what that looks like and when
It's
they are prepared and calm and ready and so I love watching it. I'm always in awe of it, and I'll be honest, I have not seen very many men that were that invested in fathering and fatherhood, and so
I was gonna
this
say,
has just been
I think that's the difference for me too. He's very excited. He wants to coach the little league. He wants to play the board games. He wants to have the family. He's excited for all of that stuff.
yeah.
And I think not just being excited for the fun stuff, but I think he's aware of the hard stuff too.
For sure. For sure. And I think that's the part, like, it's coming, and so that it also doesn't overwhelm you. You're like, "Yeah, it's all right." I was overstimulated all the time. So, I was yelling, I was, you know what I mean? It was a lot of them. It was so much chaos with these children. So,
I really appreciate that you shared that with me because I feel like I never thought about it from the perspective that the amount of time that I have spent thinking about this and wanting this has actually really given me the ability to prepare for it. Like I had already said to my mom, like a year ago, like when I am pregnant, like the way your girl is food prepping and freezering
yes.
200 meals. You're gonna pull out that freezer for how many weeks? Like that's happening. Because I know that when I have a hard day and I need to eat something and I have to cook it, I get stressed out. I already know that about myself. Adding
Right.
in small humans, we're just gonna be ready to go.
Right.
There's just
I
there's
love
just
that.
we're ready to go. You know what I mean? So like there's stuff like that that like because I've had so much time to think about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Down to like where we put our offices in our floor plan. So I could be in a separate place so children could still be children and I could still work when I needed to work.
Right. Right. Yeah. I just think about what this looks like for I don't know if my children will have children, but I'm kind of thinking about Judah just because she's the one that I think would
Maybe.
most likely be the one to have the baby. And so I'm just think now because I've witnessed that, I am thinking about what that looks like to help usher her into her journey, her motherhood journey, and my grandparenting journey. I want to be the grandma that is there and able to help during the pregnancy. all right, we're 6 weeks away, mom's on the way. I want to be able to be that. So
I would
I'm
say
thinking about it in that way.
you had the most and still have the most incredible grandma.
I really, really did.
Like if there
And do,
was
yes.
in to teach a course, we know who we're putting in charge.
Yeah, but so, but I'm not interested. So she better give me 20 years. I don't know.
She's not I don't think that's on her radar right
It
now.
is not. It is not. It certainly isn't. But yeah, so that's definitely
But you'll be incredible at it. You had the
well,
best.
we'll see. If they have to give me time to really
Yeah,
spend time doing the things that I want to do so that I can sit down when it's time to sit down.
you will.
Yeah, my grandma was always ready to be a grandma. Like she was, and I was a girl, she was like, bring it on. So
But I also feel like that's because her life looked different. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
But I also feel like when it's time and you're watching this kid of yours you love so much growing another human, you're gonna be sad.
I'm gonna completely. I'm gonna be I want to be at every doctor's appointment. Put me on the line. What they say, doc, excuse me.
Mhm.
Like, I'm also so serious about black maternal mortality rates that even for my ex-husband's wife, I was like, listen, if it seems like it's going wrong, like you get in there and you advocate. So I know I'm gonna be a menace. They almost let
But
Serena Williams
you
die.
should be, as you should be,
Yeah,
because
like,
they shouldn't be that high. They shouldn't be
it
that high.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
You almost let Serena Williams, the goat of goats, you almost let her die because you were not listening to her. That body is a machine. You think she don't know when something going on, and y'all like sit down and shut up?
I
We will
just
not have it. So
no,
hopefully by then, so much things will be better. I don't know because
it will.
this administration
It'll be better.
just
I am in a space right now where I am actively forcing myself to believe that things get better because I choose that they go get better.
yes.
Things change because I choose them to change. Maybe not when I want them to, maybe not in the moment that I want them to, but they do change.
For sure, 1000%. And I think that's kind of where we're at, the two of us, like, right? Like, I think we're like, all right, we just keep willing it, right? And we're like, nope. And we keep working at it. It's going to get better. It has to get better. And we're doing the things very incrementally to make them better, but we're doing the things.
I very much agree.
Yeah, for sure.
How's that job of yours going?
It's going well. We have a Christmas party tomorrow. What, excuse me, a holiday party tomorrow.
Holiday
I
party.
know. So it's gonna be the mediators are coming and people from the board and the judges and things like that. But honestly, like today I like got all my work done and I was like, I'm done. And then I was able to do some other stuff. So I really do enjoy that part. And I think I'm actively thinking like, oh, it feels better. I'm easing into it. So that feels good because, starting anything is hard.
It very much is. It's the
Yeah.
unknown. Your brain doesn't like that very much. I also am just gonna throw a wild guess out there and say that you were you and you just walked in and were making friends and chatting up the people and you now have 73 new besties at your new job.
Well, the great part is that my boss, I knew her. We worked together 20 years ago at Family Services. So she was she was the program director for the teen parenting program at Family Services. And we shared a suite with them when I was an assistant. I was like a secretary there at Family Services. We shared a suite, so I knew her since that time, since my Family Services days. And she threw me a bone, so that's awesome. And then there's one other person in there, so we're just a bunch of chatty Cathys, which is really really awesome. And she throws me what I need to do, I do it, and then I'm able to go on home and do my thing.
I just feel like I know you very well, and I just know that you're just full rel all the time. And I feel like there are people out here who are just like, this is what's going on. I feel like that. And you're like, girl, you're just gonna do this. What do you mean? Like, this is what we do. And like, I'm sure that's the way it goes because that's who you are.
Yeah, so it's going well. I don't have a lot of in face-to-face contact. It's a lot of phone stuff, but
Oh,
you know, it feeds what it needs to feed because I love, I do love talking to the people and getting like the information, what happened, who did what they said, you know what I mean? So I enjoy that part of it. And if ever needed, I will hop in and do a mediation. So that's good. So I like that.
I like this. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a conversation that Ralph's gonna tell you a story she just shared with me a few minutes ago about, a fabulous coworker. Because I feel like this conversation we started to have was like, pause, we're gonna record this because I just think it's important for people to hear and understand.
Yeah, for sure. So I know my coworker. And I'm new there, but she works outside of the office. So since I started, this is the first time that she's been in the office. And so I walked in and I'm like, oh, like, hey, girl. So we're talking and I see her degrees and I go, oh, you have a degree from, you went to essentially law school. Her degree is from a law school. And so I'm like, you actually have a degree in restorative justice. And so she's like, yeah, I do. She goes, but I really actually want to be a lawyer. And I'm like, well, then go and chase your dream and be a lawyer. And so the relief on her face. And so she said to me, thank you so much for that. And I really was like, like, thank you. Like, I don't think I did anything, but we had conversation about kind of where she comes from. And so she's like, nobody around her has this experience. And so they're kind of like, that's enough out of you. You know what I mean? Haven't you climbed enough? And I, was able to share with her, no, you get to be as big, as grand as you want to be. And I said, if you have the vision, then that means that's what you're supposed to do. So go after it. And don't worry. And so she went, wow, thank you. And she was like, I needed that. And I went, in my mind, it's so interesting how people can give us permission that we've been giving to ourselves, but seemingly, if someone else says, no, go do the thing, you have permission, I grant you permission, we're like, yes. And now I'm able to do it. That's been the case in my life, and other people around me. It's the gift of permission. And that is, I don't even know what that is, that somebody else says, yes, you can do that thing, you can have that thing, and
Yeah.
then you believe them versus that inner voice of yourself. Why don't we trust our own voice?
I very much agree with you. And I think a couple of things, right? I think immediately, because we have been trained that way. The
Yep.
social dynamics of our realities have trained us to need the permission of other people in the way that we honor elders and mothers and fathers, in the way that we create power dynamics in the workplace, in our relationships, in the way that we deem what is, appropriate behavior. Like there's so many things where like I understand their purpose and why we do them, but it also very much teaches us that somebody else needs to tell us when it's okay to do, to try, to go,
1000%.
especially women.
As especially women. And that's exactly it. I mean, in am talking about like the permission that we need. I was sitting, I've been really struggling about showing up online, and M gives me permission, I give myself permission, but it's still, when it's time to show up, I go, ooh, I can't do it. It just doesn't feel good. And so when I really sat with it and allowed, it to come, I realized, and part of that is social media. There are reels. That's what social media, is good and it's bad. There are some real gems and jewels that people drop. And I love that they find their way on my timeline. But one of them, this woman was like, you are the reason why you're struggling is because you are the person your mother raised you to be. And like, mind blown. Because that's very much
So
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am showing up. I realize the difference between who I am outside of my house and who I am inside of my house. And I think sometimes that what goes on in this house stays in this house is detrimental to people.
Mhm.
And I don't think that they
I
quite
think
realize that.
masking, right? I think in the way that we like we've talked before about masking, in the way that we interact with other people, in the way that sometimes people who are, I mean, especially kids that are being abused, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways that, like, you need to be able to talk about what's happening, and also we need to normalize that nobody is perfect.
Right. Exactly. For sure. 1000%. Yeah, nobody is perfect. You will be okay. It's okay to make mistakes.
Okay that
You
people
know,
it's okay that people sometimes raise their voices. It's okay that people forget to put the trash out. It's okay that people's marriages end. It's okay. Life is messy. It was supposed to be. And the pressure that we put on ourselves for life to never be messy causes us more anxiety than actually just living and learning
yeah,
things that we're supposed
yeah.
to.
And saying like, "Yo, this is me." So, on the one hand, I think there's so much to be said for the children of today and the struggles that they have. But I also believe that they are also freer, right? And I think because of we now understand what it means in our adult lives to stifle their voices. So, I allow my children and I make sure that I ask them, like, hey, what's going on? You got something on your mind? And I say to them, like, it could be about me. If you have a problem with me, like, it's okay for you to share it. So I open it up, like, no, no, no. If you got a problem with mommy, please. And then I'll ask them a question. And sometimes they tell me an answer. And I go, I don't want you to tell me what you think I want to hear. I want to hear how you really feel. And so I try really hard to open up the room and space for them to feel comfortable to come to me with anything that they have because we can get through it and your feelings are valid.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
And it really shows your strength in those relationships though, because not everyone is able to hear feedback, especially from their own children.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know how difficult that can be, but I also know because of my lived experience, I know how hard it is to have to keep it quiet.
Mhm.
And I want a good relationship. I want a good relationship with all of my children. So that's why, and I never want them, and that's the whole part I'm trying to model. We're not perfect. Mommy's not perfect. Mommy gets to be wrong. Mommy gets it wrong. And I have sat them down individually and as a collective with all four of them together, like, yo, I know who I was back then, the old mommy who was yelling and I was overstimulated. And I want to give you a big fat apology. I am sorry. I didn't have words, I didn't have knowledge. I was doing the very best that I could, but I may have hurt your feelings in the process. And for that, I apologize. And I mean that.
I know that you do, and I also think, like, that's the best way to model that you need to apologize when you make a mistake. Own it and apologize for it, because the amount of people walking around in today's reality that can't apologize.
It's crazy. It's
Mm,
it's so crazy, but yeah, and even in the moment, like, I have snapped at my kids, and then, at one of them or something like that, and I go, "That was wrong," and saying I'm sorry isn't you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel good in the moment either, right? Because I then have to acknowledge I made a boo-boo, I made a mistake, and so I could let that fear of acknowledging that I messed up and made a mistake, I could let that, but it eats at me. So it's to
mhm.
the point that I feel so uncomfortable that I'm like, all right, what am I going to say now? Hey, I know I snapped at you before, but like, I'm really sorry. That was wrong. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't do and that's me, you can't do more than that. And at the exact same time, it's the perfect amount. It's the perfect thing to do.
Right. And exactly. And I'm real and again, I'm realizing, like if they can see that I can show myself grace, then when they get in situations that they will be able to show themselves grace. Like that's my biggest thing. I am trying to model to my children even now, like I'm 45 and they're in their 20s most of them. Um but that also it's never too late. Like, right, you know, now I tell them all the time, like, I want you to chase your happiness.
Yeah.
Chase it like never before. Go after it. And I don't want you to want my approval.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. I don't gotta live your life. I don't gotta live with whoever you living with. So if you want to be over there with them, as long as they treating you good, be there. I don't gotta like them, and don't worry about whether I like them. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's incredible. And it should be the norm, but it's not.
No, but yeah, be
I
whoever you
I
are.
wouldn't see that, like, you are the exception to the shitty rule, like, you're showing up extraordinarily.
I guess that right. I'm just showing up the way, and that's just it. I'm showing up the way I wish somebody had showed up for me. You know what I mean? And I know better, so that's why I do better. Because I don't hold anyone in my life responsible. They didn't know better, and so that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad with nobody about nothing in my life. All those things that happened, whoever they were at that time in my life, we both needed to be whatever. That was my lesson to learn, that was their lesson to learn. Like my dad my dad is working on himself, and I don't know if it's for me, right? I don't even care. I know that I just reap the benefits of him trying to be a better human. And so growing up, I did not have a good relationship with my dad. He was not around, period. Fine. He's around now in the way that he can be.
Yeah.
Fine. Great. Awesome. That my dad, like you, when and he asked me, real, how you doing? And I'm honest and go, not well, dad. And he's so concerned. So we go out, he goes, all right, we're gonna go out to lunch. And he's curious, what's going on? Why do you feel that way? And he's trying to help me go through it. He's encouraging. And he's like, if you need me, I'm here. I can't ask for more than that. That's
I love
awesome.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. We're getting there.
Proud of him, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, the gift of permission. And so I think lastly, I just want to say that's why it's also super important, I think, for us to share our journeys. So I
Oh,
could say to her, girl, not that you're a baby and not even that, but I told her, I said, you got four more pivots in you, darling.
I was
Four
gonna say
more.
she's so much life to live.
So much. And here's the other part. At 45, I know I got at least two, possibly three. I got more pivots in me. And so what I'm doing in this moment is I'm dreaming my very best dream because I have a new perspective. I wasn't able to dream as much before. I'm living in the dream when I was surviving. This is the dream that I had when I was surviving. So now that I know, okay, we made it to living, I want to dream a life from a place that I am living and thriving. What
Yes.
does it look like to thrive? So I got two more, at least two more pivots in me.
Oh,
I
that's
could do, yeah, I could do something right now, be crappy at it, right? Like content creation. We're doing podcasting and I'm going to get my license. I could do that for the next 10 years and master it, get great at it, and then go, you know what? I've done this and now I want to go do something else for
yep.
another 10 years. That only brings me to 65, God willing.
Mhm. There's so much life to live.
Yeah, my grandma's 87.
I'm
You
obsessed
know
with
what I mean? So, like, tons of life to live. And as women, society tells us that by now I got four kids, I'm divorced, I should be washed up. And I don't get to dream anymore. And I think so many women, who are surviving, I don't think that they allow themselves to dream. You know what I mean? Those ladies that are working at, and I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying that I like at the wherever they are at the Walmart, and they're all needed.
yeah.
So let me say that all of those jobs are needed, but I just think that they came to a place that
Listen,
they were like, there's nothing
it's
else for
it's
me.
it's not about the job, it's about how they feel at the job.
Exactly how they feel at the job, right? Because I took a pay cut. I'm taking a great pay cut, but I'm working on the pivot. So that's okay for me. You know what I mean? To have gone from seemingly up here, I thought I made it. Bitch, I made it. I called my mama, I made it. And now, you know what I mean? And now I'm here, but it's temporary and it's okay. And it's okay to take a minute to regroup it is okay for all of those things. So that's what I'm doing. So I do want to be clear. Like when I say the job, I don't care about the title. That isn't, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's not what I'm saying at all. Yes,
Yeah.
and I love you to everybody who's doing the jobs
Yeah.
that you don't get to see, you know what I mean? Like, whenever we're leaving the hotel and the people that are cleaning the hotel, like, I need you to do that job, thank you so much, and I make sure that I'm always, like, super kind, we leave a tip all the time because I appreciate it. The
Oh,
woman
that's
that does my clothes, I appreciate her, I leave a tip to say I hadn't so, we had talked about tipping before, and I was like, "I'm not doing it," but these are the people that I go out of my way to show my appreciation for, because I know that people look down their nose because of what it is that they're doing. But let me tell you something, it is very much needed.
good. And my thing is, there are people out there that do a job to pay the things to thrive in the rest of their life, right? And
Absolutely.
then there are people who work the dream career because that helps them thrive.
Yep.
No matter how you navigate it, Rel and I as well are encouraging you to make sure you're not just stuck.
That part.
We
I
don't want you to
want you to begin to dream again. What do you
yeah,
want to do?
yeah.
It's never too late. Never too late to go back to school. I was 35 years old sitting in, math 091 with 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
I will tell you though, I did have like this little young thing. He made a move on me and that shit threw me. Like he put his arm and leaned in for a kiss, and I clutched these imaginary pearls so bad. Young man, I had to hit him with a young man. What are you doing,
He was cackling. He's like, "What do you mean? I'm grown."
sir? Like legitimately, I could be your mother. Get out of my face. You won't. No, sir. What am I do with you? Nothing. Go, boy. We're
That's
in a class together.
hysterical. That's hysterical. Oh, I love it. All right.
Yeah.
I
So I
feel
know what was going on with you. What are you thinking about that you had that you wanted to chat about?
I had a thought, but I'm also thinking now too that we just did that one in 42 minutes. I feel like maybe I'll keep this one close to the chest and we drop it for y'all next week. That's what I'm thinking. Because
I
that's
love that.
you know what I mean? Because we had so many thoughts about this one, and we had even more thoughts about the next one.
I'm ready for that. I feel that. Let's
Not to
let's
do
do
that,
that.
but I feel like we'll leave you here around 40, 42, 45 minutes, and then we'll catch you next week with the next one.
I love that. And also I think like drop down in the comments, leave us a speak pipe about the ways that, what you needed permission for. What
Ooh,
was helpful to you, you know what I mean? So like share with us. We've shared with you, or some of the things that we found that we needed permission or how permission helped us. So how did permission, help you?
yeah, for sure. Because I think we've all got different stories for that. And I'd love to hear from everybody.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So get down to the speak pipe, get in these comments, and let us know. We want to hear from you.
Like, follow, do all the things, please, please, please.
That's right.
And we will see y'all next week.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.